That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Raiders onto the field. They were open in Week 10, did not have a game, but 7-2. It's interesting. They lost the first game 1-3. Then they lost and they won 3 more. So they're hoping to break that sequence coming up.
Yeah, they want to break the sequence and just keep adding the wins, right?
Yeah.
And think about the win that they had that led them to their open week. At home against Denver, division rival. They now lead the AFC West before they head off to Mexico City for the next game, a Monday nighter against the Houston Texans.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Well, sometimes we talk running backs. Sometimes we talk wide receivers. Walford, the tight end in this unit, very important.
Clive Walford, a terrific player. Knows how to work the inside portions of the field, but also can surprise you and get deep.
Second down following the run. From the gun, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Ellington now to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now here's Carson Palmer in the Arizona offense. Carson Palmer led them to a 3-point win against San Francisco in Week 10. Put the ball in the air 49 times, 376 yards in that game, Charles.
Had a touchdown, and all of that sounds good, but what's going to drive him nuts, the fumble and the 2 interceptions. Because Carson Palmer, when he takes care of the ball, when it's not going into enemy hands, that Arizona Cardinals offense is high-powered.
They come out here in the eye. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Johnson obviously having a great year, Charles, but 55 yards in Week 10 rushing-wise. Did score 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing, but those rushing yards a little lower than what we've come to expect.
I think that also it shows just how competitive the NFL is, because San Francisco got the number 32 rush defense. That's last in the NFL. So I'm sure David Johnson, the offensive line of Arizona, thought, boy, this is a good week to stack up some big numbers. It didn't happen because even though they're the 32nd ranked team, they still have a lot of pride, and they played hard.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And certainly one of the mainstays in this offense is the crafty veteran L. Fitz.
Love the way you phrased it. Crafty. This guy knows how to get open and catch the football.
Third down and 1. Defense showing blitz.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Let's go. Mirror.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Here's Palmer to throw. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first down, it's Palmer. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Floyd, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cardinals defense now, they make their way back out there. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. They say, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
If you draft a guy in the 6th round and he gives you a 1,000-yard season at some point, would you say he's good value?
That's good return on investment. He was the first Raiders guy to rush for 1,000 yards in 2015 since McFadden back in 2010.
Latavius Murray, remember the name.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Murray the lone setback. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. It's caught by Clive Walford. Room here to run. The 30, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Clive Walford, 64 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone. But today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They're big, they're strong, but they're extremely athletic. And they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Hey, by the way, speaking of Fitzgerald, moved ahead of Terrell Owens in all-time receptions into 6th place with 1,086 for the 33-year-old.
You talk about big-time names here, big-time company that Larry Fitzgerald continues to ascend with an outstanding, incredible career. And let's face it, the first guy he's going to look towards is number 11.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Have you talked with your friends who are in the fantasy leagues? I keep hearing David Johnson's name is coming up in a big way.
Boy, he was a steal third-rounder out of Northern Iowa, and I think last year started as a 4th-string back, didn't he?
He certainly did, but boy, he produces the year 1 honor. Remember, can run it, he can catch it. He was a wide receiver at Northern Iowa before he became a running back, and also has great kick return ability. Ran 1 back for a touchdown in 2015.
Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown, 48 yards. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
At the end of 1, 14-7 is the score. And we're back to Oakland after this. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Second down fumble. Now the offense needing to do something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here's Ellington. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Anytime you call man coverage against Larry Fitzgerald, you're really holding your breath as a defensive guy because his ability to run such precise routes and use that big frame that he has, that body against you, it's going to be very difficult to break passes up against it.
Yeah, when you make 9 Pro Bowls in your first 12 years, you might want to give him a little bit more coverage than that.
Yeah, it's not just athletic ability. He's a thinking man's receiver as well. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll throw on 1st down here with Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, Palmer. And Gresham has it left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Down as the defense looks for the stop. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Palmer. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
On 4th down, the Cards will call on Chandler Catanzaro to try and put up 3. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. 101 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On first down, it's Palmer. Caught by Nelson left side. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Caught left side to Crabtree. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down. Carr going to try and throw on third down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, Brandon, these two have formed a pretty good partnership. Cooper in his second year, Carr in his third. But what makes a duo great can also be their downfall when you go to the well too often. And this ball is one that Derek wishes he could have back.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. So after the interception, here's Palmer. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Or I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Fresh set of downs here. Palmer gives to Johnson, and he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now it's Palmer. He sets to fire deep. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, there are so many weapons in this receiving corps, but I think Carson still wants to look in number 11's direction anytime he can. I would, too, with Larry's track record. Sometimes, though, that's not a high-percentage play. And sure enough, this one gets intercepted.
And now here come the Raiders. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Carr letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Carr now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
All right, here we go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Into the red zone, it's Carr. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Get ready.
Now Palmer on first down. Flushed out right. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Get ready. Blue 58. Blue 58.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Mirror. Zebra. Get ready.
On 2nd down, Palmer. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6', 6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now it's Palmer. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. in this amount of time. I think it was a two-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, nice move. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Carr to throw on second down. That is incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. He's got time in the pocket. And that is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down.
All right,
Here we go on fourth down with Carr. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The first time All-Pro in 2015, Khalil Mack in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's third down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
To throw his Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. And that pick just sets them up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And second...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jihad Ward, the rookie out of Illinois, in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, that That was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald with now his 2nd touch. Use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st down, Murray. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A nice gain of 21 yards.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Here comes the D swarming to the line.
We got three. Three down. We ready. We're going to rally.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. On the stop that time, Frosty Rucker. And now they're in the hurry-up.
We ready. Wide and Yates. Wide and Yates. Mike 20. Hello, baby. Alert.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves to James.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Carr turns, hands to Murray. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Crabtree with it over the middle. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Here we go. Red 18.
They'll run here. It's Murray. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run with Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the first. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
He's got time. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now Palmer on 1st down. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the head coach...
Previous play is under review.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here's Drew Butler now. Time for a break, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Over the middle, it's Fells. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now. Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Red 18. Red 18.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Now a desperation throw deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Cardinals will go for it. It's Palmer. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, we're not. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
You never had your head this way.